Hello. Anybody there? Oh, my hair looks quite nice today. I actually washed it today. Happy days. The sun is shining again, which makes it not so bad. Oh, hi, Stu. That's my brother in disguise as the London police. Hi, Tina, Megan, Lisa. Brilliant. Everyone's turning up. I love this. I'm loving the Saturday 10 a.m. chat every day. It's really, really nice. Right, so today we have got Leanne. Oh, Leanne!
I'm in.
Just like magic. You just popped up like a little.
Hello.
How are you? All right?
Yeah, good, thank you. You all right?
Good. Yes. So this is Leanne Marie Makeup and Beauty. So we've known each other quite a few years now, haven't we?
I think, yeah, I was trying to work it out last night. I'm sure it's about 4 years now.
Is it really? Oh wow. Okay.
3 or 4.
So I met. Sorry about the banging, everyone. If you can hear it, downstairs doing DIY. They're always doing DIY.
I've just told Luke to be quiet.
No, I was going to message them and say, could you not do it between 10 and 11?
Yeah.
I'm very busy. So we met. It was your sister Charlene's wedding, wasn't it?
It was.
You did her makeup and I did her hair.
Yeah.
So that was a really fun day. I can really remember that as well. It was really good fun.
I actually found you. So, yeah, I can't remember.
Oh, that's right.
I think it was through because my sister obviously gave me the job to find the hairstylist.
Right.
So, yeah, I was just, I don't know, traipsing through Instagram because obviously this was quite a long time ago now. And I was just sort of like, had my toes in the water a little bit.
Yeah. You were still working. Where were you working?
I was at Mac, so I was at Mac then,
right.
yeah. So yeah, I was doing makeup, but I wasn't like as established in the wedding industry as I am now.
Yeah.
So yeah, as soon as you come up, I was like, we've got to have Lynette, please.
That's so nice, yeah. And I've watched you grow like a little flower.
Yeah.
With your business and everything. So yeah. So what is? I have known you since you were in your department store, but how did you brave it and leave and set your own business up? Was it a big decision? What made you do it?
Yeah, so I was full-time at Mac, and then I gradually started to get so much freelance work, not because I was working at Mac in Stratford at the time, so the time that I left, because I previously worked at Benefit in Colchester. Yes. The counter there. Then I moved on to Mac in Selfridges.
Right.
And then just to cut down the commute, I then moved to the Stratford store. So I was there, and it was then that I was getting so many like freelance work and just from London and locally and all around Essex. And I was actually, it got to a point where I was paying girls that I was working with to cover my shift and I'd cover a shift for them. So I was actually working. So even though I cut my days down to 3 days at Mac, I was actually working 6-7 days a week trying to do freelance. Yeah, trying to fit it all in. Yeah, it just got to a point where it was just so crazy, and I was doing 20-30 weddings a year on top of working at Mac in London, and with the commute and everything, I just I got to the point where I just actually my mum and dad sat me down and they said, you're so busy. They said, we'll put a bit of money away for you each month and help you get by if you want to leave Mac and just go freelance. So I jumped at that opportunity, but I never had to borrow a penny off them. Never. Just left, just done it, took the plunge. And,
So best you ever made then, yeah?
Yeah, definitely.
I was looking, you posted yesterday, you did a little video tour of your studio.
Yeah.
I'm so jealous. I've actually got my house on the market at the moment because I want to have a studio. I haven't got enough room to have one here. I use my lounge area. It's nice. It's set up nicely, but I was very jealous. So I was thinking of taking it off the market, but now I don't want to. It's a rubbish time to have it on the market, isn't it? No one can come and see it. And
to be honest, I mean, because I've rented rooms and salon rooms and stuff like that over the years as well. You just kind of have to do what you've got to do. Yeah. So as well as obviously renting a room and doing beauty therapy and going out doing weddings, it was kind of like making a decision then, because when I left Mac, that's what I went and done. I rented out a room, a salon room, so I was paying the rent for there. But as my wedding started to build up, it was like I'm on the road more than I am physically in the salon.
Yeah.
So I've always had that mindset of, no, I'm going to buy a house that I can have a salon in. And that's been my goal to always,
And you can do your trials at home as well, can't you?
Exactly.
It's so much easier.
Honestly.
Fit more people in.
Definitely,
Works,
yeah.
and all your stuff around you then. I mean, how many times did I go to a trial when I used to go to trials and you'd leave something at home? Oh, you'd be in a room which wasn't suitable to do a trial in.
Exactly.
Nowhere to put your stuff. So I think it's much better if you've got your own space. It's really, really good.
I've got it all nice and organised. Did you watch the whole video or through my drawers and stuff?
I didn't see the drawer of it. No, it started buffering. I saw the lovely bathroom, and then you walked in, and it started buffering on the chairs. So I thought I'll come and watch it again later.
Yeah, they're all really nice and organised. Yeah, I know where everything is. So I've got all that laid out, and then I've got my kit as well. So it's really nice and all organised, all in place.
You just sit in there, just for fun. Just look around.
I actually do it all the time.
It's like your woman cave.
Yeah, it is literally. Luke's really jealous. He's trying to put something together now. Like he's been doing the garage up.
Oh yeah.
He's got a dartboard and all that in there now. He said, "You've got your space." He's got his now.
Fair enough. Fair enough. So what was I going to say? So what I've been watching you doing lately as well is and the reason I asked you to come on, because I've been I'm wanting people to come on that have been being positive on Instagram and inspiring people through isolation and putting new twists on things, really. So I noticed that you have started your own YouTube channel.
I'm on YouTube.
Oh, so exciting. Did that take a lot of planning?
Yes, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah.
I actually bought my camera. So I done my research, and by the way, if anyone wants to know, it is the Canon, and it's the G7X, because my inbox goes crazy whenever I post a photo or video. Everyone's like, "How are you editing it? How are you taking photos?" But yeah, it's the Canon.
So you don't use your phone?
No. I've got professional. Well, it's not. It's sort of semi-professional. It's just a really good camera. Picks up good quality, sound quality, and stuff like that. So yeah, it's the Canon G7X. Apparently there's a Mark III, which is the latest one, but everyone said not to buy that one, so don't get that. I've got the Mark II, which is the one.
Maybe put a link up later, Leanne. Put a link on your page later. I'd like to know that as well.
Yeah, so that's been the best one to use for all my makeup photos and like videoing and stuff like that. So I bought that 2 years ago, and I've had it sitting there. I know, don't. I've had it sitting there with the intentions of starting YouTube and, just getting on there. And I haven't had the time, like taking a video, editing it and being, what's the word? Like regular with it.
Yeah.
Consistent. Yeah. It's just been too hard. So as soon as this happened, I didn't let myself stop, basically. I thought, right, I'm just going to jump straight into this now. Like, what better time than now to get stuff? And I'm actually building videos up so that when I do go back to work, I've got a stack of videos ready to go until I get my flow with it.
It's a great time to do it, isn't it? I mean, it's the same for me. I've been saying this week, I don't usually have time to get creative at home and do nice things with hair because I'm always tired. I'm always having a busy day.
Exactly.
My brain disappears as the day goes on.
Yeah, so now I'm just really taking the time, I'm utilising my time. I'm building up my content, ready to have things to go. Because that's the other thing. Do you find that as well? Like when you're doing, I don't post trials. I can't, because obviously it's people's faces.
I don't
no one wants to see what they look like before they're married. So it's really hard for me to do post trial photos. So it's the same thing for that as well. Usually I'm really fully booked with trials from January through to April. That's how I work it. But I have barely any content. So it's just worth figuring it out now.
Yes, it's worth figuring out.
Yeah.
So if anyone could put a link up for your YouTube channel as well, that would be good. If anyone knows it who's on at the moment, that would be fun.
Oh yeah, I know. I wanted to try and do it live on there as well. I'm not sure how.
I don't know. Well, it says you can comment, but that might be a bit technical while you're talking.
Yeah.
We'll leave that one. I'm sure someone on there will find
I'll end up switching the whole thing off.
Or everyone can come to your page afterwards and put a link. You can put the link up and find. It must be in your bio, is it?
Yeah, it's in my. Yeah, it is. Yeah.
There we go. And what I'll do actually, Leanne, I'll put it into my bio as well, because I've got the link thing, so I can put lots and lots of links in. So I'll put that up today, so people can get my bio as well.
Yeah.
If a little
I'll
help.
try and post this on there as well. I'll try and figure out how to post this up. So
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
on
So
there.
I've actually, technology is not defeated. I've now know how to save these stories, so they're more than 24 hours. So that's really, really good. Oh, look, Claire Louise has put it up for you.
Ah,
That's
thanks, Claire.
Thank you,
Hi,
Claire.
Claire.
Claire's amazing. Claire's like the wingman.
Yeah, I'm so excited to see. Yeah, I'm so excited to see yours and Claire's. When are you with Claire? Is it tomorrow? Or?
I'm with Claire tomorrow.
Oh, exciting!
Tomorrow, yeah, because we're doing. Lorna Evans is doing her live tutorial on her collective page at 8 a.m. our time. Then I'm chatting to Claire at 10 o'clock again our time. So we'll have done a hairstyle by the time we chat tomorrow. So
oh, cool! Yeah, I'm excited for that. Oh,
I know, it's crazy, right? So
me and Claire actually, was it last year, Claire? The Wedding Industry Awards. No, not last year. Year before. We both got highly commended awards. Claire and I. Yeah.
For the
really nice.
What weddings? What one was that? The
Wedding Industry Awards. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. That's amazing.
Yeah.
That must have been a bit behind.
Sorry, I'm just reading everyone's comments as well.
There's loads today. I noticed someone's still in their pajamas. I was going to ask that.
Yeah.
Who's still in their pajamas today? I bet most of you are. We have to do hair and makeup.
Yeah. Majority of the time I'm in my pajamas or loungewear. I'm actually in joggers today, so
nice. Nice. It's a good colour on you. It's good. Yeah, I've got my combats on and a t-shirt. I'm still slouching. I'm just tracksuit bottoms. Not that you can see them.
Well, you don't normally see from like that bit down, so
it's like, what top shall I wear today?
Yeah. Exactly.
So has anyone got any questions for Leanne today? We thought we'd get a bit more on today with everybody that's joined us. So makeup, or just you want to be nosy and ask a personal question?
Yeah, go for it.
You could put a cabin salon. I know I could put one in my garden, but the problem is my summer house is literally starting to fall apart. You can't even lock the door.
Oh no.
So although it's a good sized space, it wouldn't work. So you can't secure it. And rather than build another one, I thought I'd move. Oh, look, do you have a website, Leanne?
Oh, I do. It's just www.leannemarie.co.uk.
Oh, it's quite easy to remember. Claire,
yeah.
Claire, where's our Claire?
Yeah. Help. How do you get can you get multiple links then? Because obviously I've got my YouTube channel, my website, but on my Instagram I can only post one link.
Yes, it's called Linktree.
Oh,
so quickly, it's called Linktree.
Yeah.
And you just I think it was a website. I don't think it was an app. It's a website, and you literally are able. And have a look at my bio.
Yeah.
You can add as many links as you want. So I've got my YouTube channel, I've got my blog, I've got my website, I've got my education.
Oh, my blog.
I've got Lorna's on there at the moment. I've put her ones on for her education. I've got loads. I can't remember how many links I've got. I've got so many.
I'll have a look on there in a bit then.
Oh, it's perfect. Do that today. Yeah, it's great. So what was somebody said? What's the foundation?
Yeah. Oh my God, they're all coming in. Where are we at? What foundation would you recommend for dry skin? Like full coverage, like the look of Hood. Is that Huda? Yeah. So dry skin, 100,000,000% MAC face and body. It is the dream. Honestly, it's when you like try it, it's very like water. It's basically I don't know how to explain. It's water resistant. It's really good for like humidity and like on holidays and stuff like that, like hot climates. So like the feeling of it is very like loose. Does that make sense? It's not like thick, heavy and creamy.
Yeah, I don't like heavy. I feel like you can't wait to get it off when you get home.
No, it's very watery. So just using that with a beauty blender or sponge, and make sure your beauty blender or sponge is damp as well, not completely wet. So put it under a tap, rinse that off, and then use that with face and body. And that'll be amazing. That's so good for dry skin.
I'm rubbish. I don't even have a sponge.
And you build it up as well. But it's so watery that using a brush with it just wouldn't really work. It would just slide all over the face. So you definitely need a sponge with it. And to get like a fuller coverage, just mix it with concealer. Because you don't always need, I think that's the mistake some people do make, is they wear tons and tons of foundation and go really heavy with the foundation when you don't need to do that. You're better off applying concealer in the areas that you need it, and then just building up the foundation to how you're comfortable.
You can mix your concealer into the foundation.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Ooh.
You're better to get a fuller coverage concealer.
Yeah.
So like my favourites are Tarte Shape Tape, and I think they were 50% off actually. Have a look on their website. I'm sure they've got 50% off at the minute. Because it's a heavier, thicker concealer.
What were they called?
It's Shape Tape.
Shape Tape. Okay.
Yeah, but you are better to use like a thicker concealer and then a lighter, you know, like more watery based foundation. If that makes sense.
That's interesting. And then I think when Henry Tick asked, does it cover acne scars?
Oh yeah, definitely. If you use the concealer, so use the concealer on the areas that you need it, and then go for a lighter coverage foundation and just build up the, you know, because then you don't get that cakey, heavy makeup feeling. It still looks like skin. The face and body was actually made for models backstage on catwalks and stuff, and it's called face and body because you can use it on your body as well. That's how much it looks and feels like.
Oh, I'll have to have a look, because I mean at the moment I'm just using I've got quite a nice colour. We've been sunbathing the other week. I sunbathed every day. I pretended I was on holiday. So I'm just putting on tinted moisturiser with a little bit. I've got those it's called Drunk Elephant. They're bronze drops.
Oh yeah. And
I just pop couple of those into the tinted moisturiser, and that seems to go really nicely. It's a nice finish.
I mean, you look lovely in it, so yeah, it's glowing.
Yeah, I'm glowing.
That's nice day to day,
sunlight.
Yeah, but yeah, I use face and body for like day-to-day makeup every day. Not today. I'll put a bit more on today for you.
You're very beautiful, Leanne, as always. Always good.
Ah, thanks. What? Where else are we? Oh, Michelle. Hi, Michelle. What self tanner do you use? Okay, so I use Saint Tropez. I've been using the really dark one, but that has sort of faded off now. I use what did I use yesterday? It's called like a water mist. I'll try and find a link, but it's just the face tanner mist because I haven't really got anything on my body at the minute.
Yeah.
I just spray when I just want a bit of colour in my face. It's really, really nice. It is called the water mist. I'll try and find. It's like a tropical one.
Oh, write that down. That sounds good.
It's so nice because you can wake up in the morning, give your face a bit of a spritz, leave it for about 20 minutes, and then you've got a really nice glow. You don't have to sleep in it. You don't have to wash it off. It just develops over, about an hour. And then, you've got a nice, healthy glow.
You don't seem to get any marks where you've put it on wrong. It's
a really nice mist. Obviously, I'd get in the shower. Well, you've got your towel on, just spritz it over like whatever area you want to cover for the day. Yeah. So that's a good one.
Siren Cherie, she loves Tarte's makeup. I assume that's a brand, is it?
Yeah, it is, yeah. Oh God, I'm trying to catch up.
Well, let's ask you. I also wanted to ask you, because people that follow you might know this, but a lot of people on here may not be following you. And what they don't know is, really sadly, you actually were getting married this year, weren't you, in Italy?
Oh, I know. Yeah.
I know. And you've had to cancel that, haven't you? So you've not only are you cancelled, having brides cancelling and postponing, you've had to deal with it yourself. So you really know what they're going through. Well,
we are in a bit of a situation at the minute. So the wedding is still booked.
Right. When is it?
It's just a really difficult time. So it's in September. So it's 3rd of September.
Oh, okay. Oh, well, it's possible then, isn't it?
But to be honest, I would rather just pick everything up and move it. But at the same time, we do just want to get married. So we just want to be married. And I think that's what it's been for us. Like, it's been weird because we've been planning for about 1.5 years now. Yeah. Put just so much money and effort into it, and it's just been constant like wedding planning that whole time. And then as soon as this happened, it was, at first I was just couldn't stop crying. I didn't know what to do, and it was stressful. But now it kind of has all been like stripped back. It does make you realise that it doesn't really matter. The whole, like, basically we've got massive hen and stag do's planned. I'm supposed to have a villa of 17 of us in Mykonos. Luke's meant to be going to Vegas, and then we're having like a small ceremony in Italy, and then a huge party back here. And I just can't see any of it working or happening.
The
which
problem
is such
is
a
the
shame.
guests, isn't it? Because the guests might not want to really go.
Exactly,
and
yeah.
feel differently about it, aren't they?
Yeah, but me and Luke have obviously had discussions and stuff about it, and I think as long as we can get married in Italy and have our ceremony and our day with our, you know, like immediate family and stuff, then that is all that matters at the end of the day. So that's the situation we're in at the minute. And then, you know, great if we can still go on our hen and stag do's, but if we can't, it's just one of them things, isn't it? Yeah.
It's a thought process, isn't it? I think the whole journey of this isolation is you do literally have to go week by week, and week by week you kind of mentally understand it better and are more at ease with it, and you work things out and accept it, I suppose, as well.
Exactly.
Going through it. I think like everybody that's watching now then should send a little love heart up or something, a bit of love for you.
Ah, thank you. But it's just one of those things, like, there's just awful things happening at the minute, and it's hard to really think about anything else, but it's kind of taken away the excitement a bit. Do you know what I mean? But then it does make you realise that doesn't really matter. Like, you're going to have a wedding day, you're going to get married, and that is all that matters.
Maybe you're seeing the more important side of it, that you're marrying the person you want to be with it, and it's not just a party, it's the commitment. There's loads of love, Leanne. That's amazing.
Yeah. So
Wow, do you think I can feel those?
Thanks, guys. But yeah, I'll definitely keep you all updated. I mean, that's what I wanted my YouTube channel as well. I want to do bridal trials and play about with my hair a bit and see, you know, because I'm doing my own hair and makeup, like, out in Italy.
Are you? That wise, I think you may. Don't you want someone to do your hair? Don't you want me to come to visit you?
Yeah.
I'm sure I'm free.
Yeah, I know.
So, I guess you're not going to tell us how you're having your hair then, are you? I'm
not sure. I keep going in between. Like, I love the Hollywood wave, and I feel like I do that a lot when I have, you know, like nights out and stuff. But it's hard, isn't it? Because, like, you have this because, you know, the wedding industry, but I do feel like people come out of what they usually do just because it's their wedding day. Yeah. And I'm always recommending to my brides, like, don't do that. Like, now's not the time to, do you know what I mean? Try new things too much and come away from what you're used to. But then on the other hand, I'm like, it's my wedding day, I want massive hair up.
But I think we always say we always say to brides, don't we, that you still want to look like you, but a better version of you. You don't want people, you don't walk down the aisle and people are like, who's that?
No, unrecognisable.
Well, I mean, if you want to do the Hollywood waves, you're more than welcome to come over and we can have a little hair play.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
Give you some tips for it, and then you'll be able to do it nicely on the day if you want to.
Oh.
So,
lovely, thank you.
Once we're allowed to be in the same room
together.
Yeah. Any more questions?
I know. I feel like I've missed a load.
I know. We keep going into a chat.
Love Tarts makeup. What foundation do you use mainly for brides? Okay, so in my kit, I'd say I've got 3 main ones. So I have MAC Face and Body, really good. Like, that's the one I was talking about. You know, if people don't like a lot of makeup, don't like the feeling of makeup, don't want to wear a lot, it just, you know, a little bit of it will just even the skin tone out. It's good in photos. So there's that. Also really, really good for mature skin as well. It's a really good foundation. So mothers of the brides, always 100% MAC Face and Body. I then have Bobbi Brown. It's called Skin Foundation. That's what I'm wearing today. I use this a lot on my brides. Just gives a really nice coverage, lasts all day. Again, doesn't feel like I'm wearing any makeup really. So I like that. I like that you don't feel caked in it, but it lasts all day and just looks good in photos and stuff. And then I've also got the Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk as well. And that's for more, because I'd say this is quite matte. I mean, I have put quite a bit of powder on today, so I have matte it down. But if you want that like glowy, dewy finish, then the Luminous Silk's really, really good option as well. So like those 3 are my main ones, I think, for brides.
Okay. And do you have, I mean, you must have everything in your kit.
Oh yeah, it's a lot to carry around. I've done a video tour on my salon, so I think I'm going to do one of my kit as well, because
that's a good idea.
Yeah, because I used to carry everything in my kit, and I just, everything was sort of going to the bottom of my bag, and I just wasn't going for it or reaching for it. So I feel like I've put together like a really good kit now. Just of like essentials, stuff that I always go to, you know, like I'm not lugging around stuff that's been in there for 6 months and I haven't used. So I think I'm going to do another video of that as well. That'd be really helpful.
When I was watching your video today, it reminded me, have you heard of Mrs. Hinch?
Yeah.
You were Mrs. Hinch. You were the Mrs. Hinch of makeup. So your lovely sparkly bathroom.
Oh, yeah.
I love watching her.
Keeping it clean.
Cleaning my house, but actually she's made it quite fun.
Yeah. Well, that's why I love like having my salon room here. Even on a day where I haven't got anything planned, I'll just come in here, like give it a wipe over and give it a clean.
It's sparkling.
Yeah, love it. Thank
you. Right. So, any more questions? I mean, have we got any brides on here?
Yeah, are there any
get married?
Brides.
Got any questions they want to ask? Have we got? Is it lots of? We got. Well, I guess it's a lot of hair and makeup on here, which is like, because you also do a little bit of hair, don't you? Do you do it for weddings or just for photo shoots or things like that?
Well, I don't know if people know this, but I actually trained as a hairdresser.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Right. So this was when I was at school, and basically they opened up this program. So you basically went to school 3 days a week, you went to college 1 day a week, and then you went to work 1 day a week. So I was only 14 and I requested to be on that program. So yeah, I actually trained in as a hairdresser first. So I've worked in like 3 or 4 different salons over the time, done my level 1, level 2 in hair. So that was kind of my starting point. And I think that's when my work ethic like started as well. So like being 14 and going straight into work while I was still trying to do my GCSEs and be at school as well was just crazy. So, but I think that's where I've got my little business head from, that I always wanted to, you know, I knew I wanted to be in this industry and this is what I wanted to do, and I wanted to do it all. So I've done hairdressing. And then, so I've always had like, my favourite part of hairdressing was like blow dries and putting hair up and styling hair. It wasn't really the colouring and cutting side of it, and I knew that quite quickly. So then when I left school, I then had the decision to do beauty therapy or carry on with hairdressing and get my level 3 and go on to be a hairdresser. And I thought, no, I love makeup, I love beauty, like that's what I want to do. So then I went to college and I done beauty therapy at Culture Institute for 3 years. And yeah, from being at college, I also got a job at Benefit in Colchester. So I was doing that. I literally at one point had 4 jobs just to be able to do it all.
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, I think also it's one of those, when you do both hair and makeup, it's making the decision which one wants to be the priority, isn't it? Because my dad always remember what my dad said. He just said, if you're going to do something, do one thing and do it properly.
Yeah.
And put all your heart into that. And I think that does make sense. I mean, it can work to do both, can't it? But
yeah,
I think if you're doing a wedding, it must be hard to, if you're doing both, it must be quite tiring as well.
It's a lot, because I feel like, especially at the minute, I feel like I've not just got one business. I feel like I've got my bridal wedding business. Then I've got my regular clients for beauty. And then I'm also doing like online bits and obviously YouTube and everything else as well. So I feel like I'm running like 3 different things at once. But yeah, I think makeup's definitely my main focus. And I quickly learned that from having my job at Benefit, you know, like moving to Mac, like Selfridges. That was the point for me that I was like, I want to be a makeup artist. Just being inspired by everyone around me. And then obviously I started getting approached to do weddings, and then I got in the wedding industry, and it was makeup that I mostly do. It's just it's nice to fall back on the hair now. So I was sort of going forward with makeup, having beauty on the side, and then I'd literally just do hair if it's just a bridal booking of 1 person or 2, just a really small group, you know, like, so you haven't got to pay out for, you know, travel for hair and makeup artist and the timings and blah blah blah.
So who does inspire you? Who's inspired you along the way?
Do you know what? It's actually been people that I've worked with. So, because I started doing makeup when we didn't have Instagram. And so back then it was like, who do you go to for like inspiration and stuff? And we had a makeup artist called Louise Young come into college, and she'd done some training with us. So, you know, I'll always remember that day because I loved it, and I knew that I wanted to get into makeup from having her come in. But yeah, definitely people that I've worked with, people I worked with at Selfridges are just, they are like massive YouTubers. I worked with a guy called Gary, and he's called the Plastic Boy on Instagram. He's huge now. He does campaigns for L'Oreal and Anastasia Beverly Hills, and you know, like and I've seen